Hey everybody, it's Grayson from Poke Profit. It's the 1st of March 2026, which means we're going to be taking a look at some of the winners from February in terms of sealed product. And we'll talk about a couple cards that are moving as well. So if you guys don't know, if you're a member of the spreadsheet, you will know this. But on the 1st of every month, I do an update for basically all the sealed products that we track outside of Sun and Moon era and XY era. And we see what the price is, ROI over the past 30 to 31 days, depending, right? It is always on the 1st of each month. And that's why the ROI in that sheet compared to what you see on TCG Player will be different because their 1 month chart is only based on, I believe, 28 days. So just keep that in mind. But I wanted to bring up the booster bundles first. It's something we don't track in the spreadsheet, but Paldean Fates bundles up around 14% over the past 28 days, maybe a little bit more from the 1st of February to the 1st of March. Also, the 151 bundles, these are up around 28%, and that's huge. Let's be real. 151 continuing to move, now pushing 150 a bundle. You will see the UPC as well showing up here in a minute. And I don't think we're talking about the ETB or the PCTB because there was actually winners, other winners outside of 151 for those particular items. So I just wanted to bring up the bundles first. We're going to go back to Sword and Shield era booster boxes, and the best performing booster box from the era over the past month was actually Vivid Voltage. It was up, I believe, a little over 4% from the 1st of February to when I clocked it today. And again, that's kind of why I say that my numbers could vary from what you see. I know even February, it's a 28-day period, so in theory, it should be the same, but TCG Player, depending on when they change their numbers. I don't know exactly how many times a day they do it, but they do update sporadically. So just keep in mind, it shows 5% here, 5.07. I think it was like 4.8 or something, or 4.5, but that was the best performing booster box of the Sword and Shield era. I think Fusion Strike was right around 4. I want to say that was in second place. So Sword and Shield, it's not really moving. It hasn't for 6 weeks, maybe at this point. My guess, and I've been, telling a lot of people this, with everything else you see in this video, a lot of it's newer stuff, SV era. I don't think there's any Mega stuff. Actually, a little bit from Mega, but with everything moving up in price in the newer eras, I think eventually people are going to start looking at Sword and Shield era and going, this seems undervalued. Maybe it's a deal. I should probably start buying Fusion, Lost Origin, Brilliant again. And I think we're getting fairly close to that. My guess would be, when I look at sales data this week for the Sword and Shield era booster boxes, that'll be Wednesday, I think that they're going to be moving again. That is just my guess. We're going to have to wait and see. But for now, Vivid Voltage was the winner from February. SV era booster boxes, surprisingly, it was Obsidian Flames, the best performing one. You can see here on TCG Player, 15.66%. Sounds about right. It was in that range in my sheet, maybe up to like 17, honestly. This is now a $350 box on TCG Player. Obsidian Flames, you could have been buying this for 80, 90, 100 bucks back in even early 2024, right? So just a couple years ago at this point. Now, specialty sets, ETB this is where a lot of the money's going right now. In particular, Prismatic. Prismatic is a $200 ETB based on recent sales. If you come in here and look, TCG Player, $199.99. all day today. That is massive. And I still think if you're on eBay, if you're on Facebook, even Shopify in Canada, there are probably lots of places you can get these ETBs still in the 160 range. That would be my guess, maybe even 150. So TCG Player is obviously a little bit higher. Those deals, though, are continuing to dry up every day. There are stores selling out of ETBs, or they're moving their price up, which makes sense, right? If all the other stores are selling out, if you don't need the money, right, you just keep moving your prices up. Hobbiesville's been doing that for years. 401 Games as well, these big stores in Canada. I'm sure it's the same in the States, but Prismatic ETB is past month, 37% on TCG Player. Sounds about right. I think it might have even been 38%, or maybe it was a little bit less, like 35, but still, like from the 1st of February, 1st of March, incredible growth on Prismatic. I think we're getting to the point now where it might be worth it to slow down your Prismatic buying and maybe start putting some dollars into some cheaper sets, which we'll talk about here in a minute, because there's been a clear trend over the past year, which we'll get to right after I show you Destined Rivals PCTBs. So I know a lot of talk's been on 151 PCTBs. Those are pushing $1,000 again on eBay. Ascended Heroes PCTBs, those are up to, I think, $300 plus again out the gate. People are buying those for 180, 190, apparently in Facebook groups, and then jumped to 200, then 225, then 250. Now we're up to $300 on TCG Player. Destined Rivals PCTBs are now $410. And you can see there were probably 6 to 8 weeks in the summer of last year where you could have been buying these for like $180, $185 all day long on the open market. They were very plentiful, and that was the cheapest that these ever got. And since then, they more than doubled. So in 7 months, let's say, you've seen 120% growth, something like that, on your Destined Rivals PCTBs. The booster boxes as well have done incredible. I think probably even higher than that, right? In the same time period. But the point I'm trying to get to is, with the current market we're in, things that are newer, when they're getting dumped on the market, a lot of people ignore them. So even when Destined Rivals PCTBs were 185, you didn't have a ton of people wanting to jump into these. It was the same thing with Prismatic, the regular ETBs, when we were getting tons of restocks July of last year, August, even November, when Costco's in Canada, and I think even in the States, we're getting more. Nobody really wanted to buy at this time. But if you look over the past year or 2 years, this was the cheapest they got when they were getting dumped on the market. It was the same thing. Destined Rivals PCTBs, 185. We were getting all of them on the market at that time. Prismatic PCTBs as well. When those dropped back down to, I want to say like $200, $220 in that range, that was the cheapest they ever got. So when I see what happened last year and I want to apply that to this year, I think Ascended Heroes, and I know it's a different block, right? And it's probably going to be affected by the printing facility. It's going to be tempting to buy a lot of Ascended Heroes probably this summer, right? I imagine that's when the Costco drops are going to come, Sam's Club, who knows what else. Maybe we get restocks of the PCTBs on the Pokemon Center. When that time comes, right, just keep in the back of your head that Destined Rivals, Prismatic, Surging Sparks, I mean, the vending machines as well, when those were plentiful and they were the cheapest they'd ever been. When things are getting dumped on the market, as long as it's a very strong set that you believe in, that's going to be, more often than not, a good time to double down, dollar cost average, and pick up more of those products. I highly doubt we ever see Destined Rivals PCTBs hit $200 again, right? Just doesn't seem reasonable. I highly doubt Prismatic ETBs are going to be $80 again at this point, right? Like that would be more than a 50% drop based on recent sales. So this is going to be a very interesting year, I think, for Ascended, and probably even Destined, right? Like if we get reprints of Destined, that should be an obvious sign to jump in, whether it's booster bundles, booster boxes. It's going to be the same thing in One Piece as well. We're not talking about that in this video, but OP13 reprint, if that price drops, go for it. If we, for some reason, get more EBO3 or like an OP11, OP09, that would be the time to buy. So keep that in the back of your mind. 151 UPCs. These were the best performing UPCs over the past 30 days in my spreadsheet, or, from the first to the first. These were up around 25%. And crazy how these are growing. I think this morning, when I was doing the numbers for the spreadsheet, UPCs were $730, I want to say, for 151. They're now up to $750 on TCG Player. So the product is just continuing to move. And recent sales from today, we're pushing $800. There's a sale here at $960. So we really are in a period right now where it's just buy everything, ask questions later. Now, the Prismatic SPCs, I did want to throw this in here, even though it's not a UPC, these were right up there with the 151 UPCs in terms of ROI month over month. And again, this is a great example. All those SPCs coming out in May, June of last year, the price came down to $195 approximately. I know people that were getting these on Facebook, probably even a little bit cheaper than that, right? Once you do the conversion. So that was the time to buy the SPCs. And also this dip here, when we were in the 240 range, I was buying them for $200, $205 USD after the conversion. Great time to pick more up. Now, if the Sam's Club bundles do come, and they're $70. You can find them everywhere. That again is going to be one of those products where I think you should probably drop most of your other investments and just prioritize that. Prismatic's an amazing set. Everybody knows that. And it's a solid product as well. I know Rudy kind of says this is like best in class, up there with PCTBs. I would tend to agree with him on that. So if those come, definitely make that a priority. We talked about the booster bundles, so we'll skip over those. Before we get into cards, I did want to say if you guys enjoy the content, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like on the video. It helps out a ton getting these videos pushed out to more people. Goal this year is 20K subscribers. If we get there, I think that'd be really cool. I know it's just a vanity metric, but appreciate your guys' support. Bunch of useful links as well in the description, market spreadsheet that, you guys know, updates all the time there. Consultation calls if you're interested, and also the mentorship program. We're going to have Alex from Nostalgianomics, I believe this Friday or next Friday, coming to give a presentation talking about his numbers for the rip and ship. And then there'll be a Q&A in there. So continuing to grow that base. Thank you guys so much for the support. Getting into these cards, though, I want to do this kind of quickly because I didn't choose probably the highest ROI cards. I tried to pick out most of the ones that I think most people would be interested in. So Bubble Mew, up 11.27% over the past 28 days, now back to around $550. This was an SIR that was, in the red for probably 3 months or 4 months straight. We're now seeing it rebound again. I think the PSA 10s, I want to say, are like $1,800, $1,750, $1,800. So fairly expensive still considering the pop. Mewtwo, this is from the 151 UPC. These are up around 14.5% month over month, $36, $37 there. The Charmander regular ETB promo, so not even the PC version, this one's going for $44 now, up 18% over the past 28 days. And I'm going to do the 3-month chart here. I'm curious, up even more. So this was down around $30 in December. I'm curious, where was the low here? Yeah, $31 at the end of November. So this card's just been on an absolute tear. The Snorlax as well, up around 21% over the past 28 days, sitting around $18. Not the most expensive card. And you can see around the same time, this was $10, $11 back in November. So very, very cheap pickup for some people. Zapdos, this is now $87, up around 31% month over month. I will say you could basically pull out any of the 151 illustration rares, Zapdos. I believe I also chose the Squirtle, which is up around 57%. That one's doing very well, but the Charmeleon, Charmander, the Pikachu, probably even like I want to say the Psyduck, the Bulbasaur, like some of the lower ones as well are doing incredibly well. Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX from Destined Rivals, this is up around 35%, sitting around $472 on TCG Player. Recent sales, we're actually pushing over 500 again, which is shocking. There's more Destined coming to market. Generally, that means prices are going to come down. And, granted, this was a $600 card in October. It got down to around $350, which is a fairly sizable drop there. But now we're back up to around $500 again. So very solid growth. Congrats if you bought this at the bottom in early February. Greninja Gold Star from the Celebrations ETB. These are up around 46, 47% over the past 28 days. And the final card that I wanted to show you guys in this video, the N-Zekrom. This is the Pokemon Center stamped version. This is from the Ascended Heroes PCTB. After release, these were dropping down to around $40, $41. We're now back up to $54. So that definitely did not last long. The most recent sale as well, $60. I mean, most of them are in probably like the $50, $53, $54 range, something like that. I will say, in my opinion, this is a very strong PCTB promo. And for that reason, I am a little bit more bullish on this PCTB compared to like Black Bolt, White Flare. But I think even Black Bolt PCTB is almost $200 again. White Flare is getting up there as well. So even the Pokemon Center versions with weaker promos, they still tend to do fairly well, right? So you can't really go wrong at this point, and that's kind of the overarching theme of the video. If you have money, probably a good idea to put into Pokemon at this point. You guys let me know in the comments down below what you're buying as well. For me, I think majority of my funds this year, again, it's still going to be Destined if there's any reprints. Prismatic, obviously, if there's restocks, going to be buying more of that. And then Ascended Heroes. Like I said, last year I was buying a ton of Prismatic when nobody wanted it. And, this is going to be a little bit of a side tangent, but it's still mind boggling to me the difference in perception between Prismatic Evolutions and Destined Rivals. Because Prismatic at even $90 in ETB, so a little bit over 2x MSRP, people were saying that wasn't a great buy. There was still tons of time to buy Prismatic. Whereas with Destined Rivals, when those booster boxes were $320, $350, people were insanely bullish on Destined, right? And Prismatic, in my opinion, is a better set. And objectively, when you look at the value that you can get out of the top 1, 5, 10 cards, Prismatic's way higher than Destined, right? And it also has a God pack, which you do also need to factor in when you're considering your buying options. So it's just really interesting to me how people were very bearish on this product, whereas Destined, super bullish. I understand booster box versus ETB, but still, guys, I think it's going to be the same way with Ascended. If we get those restocks and those ETBs drop to $70, $80, $90, you can have a lot of people saying that Pokemon's going to print it into oblivion. There's going to be a bajillion of them out there, and they're probably going to go to MSRP, right? So that'll probably be the time when public perception is like that I'll start loading up and buying a ton of them. So those are my goals this year. You guys let me know what are yours. Thank you so much for watching the video. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.